think I'm live. Awesome. Well, I'm finishing up watching the Hexologist at the moment, y'all. He's gonna pass it over to me. So, glad to be here, everyone. I'm gonna make sure to open up my chat here so I can see what everyone else is saying real quick. So, awesome. Sweet. Thank you, Mama Rock, for the diamond. You're already awesome, amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hexologist, thanks for the host. You're killing it, man. It was a great show today. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the host too. I hope everyone else has enjoyed their Hex news today. It was a great episode. And it's a sick raid. I love being a part of all the raids, and it's even more awesome to be raided. If y'all want to follow me, that would be fantastic. So the reason for this stream tonight, I'm going to be doing some just general chilling out, kind of hangout streams, talk about Hex, that kind of thing. But the reason for what I'm doing here tonight is I got a purpose here. I'm going to be starting like a little friendly fantasy football, Hex-based fantasy football league. So, is there a little reverb coming through? I apologize, everybody. Let me cut out one of my, there. How's that? Is that better? Oh, is my audio too low too? Hang on, let me turn it up. Let me know if that's good. There's an echo too. Hang on. I found it. There. How's that? Does everybody hear me good now? Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Awesome. Great. So, anyways, we're going to be doing a fantasy football league for Hex. It's nothing too crazy. I'm going to have like 18 slots of people that can play. It's going to be 5,000 Hex to join up and play. Or if you really want to give me PayPal, you can DM me or on Twitter or on Telegram, Big Kurkowski, t.me/Big Kurkowski. Same thing on Twitter. You can send me a message and say if you want to get in or not. I'll send you the address. You can send 5,000 Hex over that address, or you can send me $20 on PayPal, and it's like $16 in Hex right now. So I'll do the purchasing for you myself. And then we're gonna start a league. And the draft, we're gonna do a live draft. I'll send you, once you send me over that, send me a message that you've sent the Hex over, and I will send you a link to join up. And then once you join up, we'll have a draft this same time next week. It's set like 8:30 p.m. Right here. I'll do it live on this channel right here. We'll be able to see. It's going to be on Yahoo Sports. So if you don't have an account yet, you can go make an account there too. That'll be where we'll be doing it at, just because they deal with everything a lot easier for me. What's up, BMA? What's up, Kaz Roulette? What's up, y'all? I see y'all here. Feel free to share this out on social media. Thank you so much, Mama Rock, again. I appreciate you. Share it away. If we get enough people for a second league, I'll do a second league, and I just won't participate in the second league. I'll just be a commissioner. I've done commissioner for, a couple of my friendly leagues for, friends of mine for years now. And, I can have some swim. I know that we don't have any sort of, I'm pretty much going to be the trusted third party for the Hex here. But the cool thing about what we're going to do with that Hex is that we're going to stake it, and I'll give the public address for all of us in the league to be able to monitor it, and we'll stake it through till the end of the year. So that way, whatever we get, if we get 18 people in with 5,000 in, it's 90,000 Hex. But at the end of the year, when the championship happens, that's going to be 2x, 2.5x, who knows how much more. And the payout structure, I see that, Kaz Roulette. Awesome question. I want to do it fair and give everyone a chance to actually, a lot of people a chance to win in it, So I think we're going to do maybe 50% of the total will go to first place, maybe 50 or 60%. If people have, and then we'll go down from there, 20% to second place, 10% to third place, maybe 5% to the just whoever wants to, maybe fourth fourth and fifth, we'll give 5% to, just to like get your winnings back, 5, 3, 2, something like that. We'll have to do it percentage based, because I don't actually know if we collect 90,000 hex and we lock it in and stake it. I don't actually know how much that's going to be, you know, by then. We have no idea. So we'll have to do it percentage based as well. So that should be fun. I think that really it's like the one time we'll have a chance to do something awesome like this, with Big Payday being what it is. There's a chance that who knows, if hex went up to, you know, something like, you know, a penny even, you know, then you're sitting on a pretty cool winnings for, you know, your what, half of 90,000 times 2 to 3x, you know, it's a pretty good chunk of change, you know, off of what is a $16 buy-in. So I feel like it'd be fun for everyone to join. Thanks, Randy, for the lemon. Thanks, Mama Rock, for the lemon. Thanks, Mama Rock, for the ice cream. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, Irma, for the lemon. You're fantastic. I also have something else for everyone on stream too. So there's 3 people on my last live stream that I owe some stickers to. And so what I'm going to be doing throughout the fantasy football season is I think I'm going to be doing like a Monday evening armchair quarterback kind of little talk about what's been going on in the fantasy football league, and who's been doing awesome, who's been you know, choking hard. And Abid Hex, thanks for the ice cream. Randy Hilarski, thanks for the lemon. Cabana Crypto, thanks for the ice cream. Y'all are awesome. So yeah, my plan is to have like a little session every week where we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with the league, how things have been going, how things aren't going, and you know, have everybody on stream. I think for the live stream on next Sunday, if you're a part of the Fantasy Football League, I'm going to send out the link, like a Zoom link or a StreamYard link to whoever. And awesome. Thank you again for the ice cream, Hector the Protector. Thanks for the follow, Hood. Thanks, Mama Rock, for another ice cream. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are killing it. Thank you so much. So back to what I was getting at though. So every week that I do this, I have some stickers that I'll send out. I'll have a trivia question from the previous week, and we'll give out some stickers for those who got it right. You want to see the stickers, y'all? You want to see them? Oh yeah. We're just giving them away here. Oh yeah. I did get them printed before hex.com was the thing, so you know, they're hex.win. But whatever, you know, if y'all want some stickers, answer a question, I'll toss y'all some stickers along this way, like 50 or 100 per person. If you want me to ship them out to you, you can. So yeah, that's my fun little game that we're going to be playing for the rest of the season. I feel like it's gonna, you know, it'll be awesome to have something to spend our time messing around with, instead of sushis and yams and all sorts of other stuff that might cause us all to lose our asses. This way, you know, hey, you know, we'll all have a little fun with it. And like I said, if we have enough people for a second league, if somebody else wants to, you know, if we get 20, 30, 40 people more, then sure, I'll gladly make a second league for everybody, and set up a new wallet and everything else for it. But yeah, so I figure that this is it'll start, like I said, if you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out, DM me on Telegram or on Twitter. Either one is just fine. And I will, yeah, exactly. F the shrimps. We don't want any of that shit. I mean, like, that's the nice thing about this is that, like, I mean, you don't got to pay any high transaction fees to play. You know, we don't got to mess with any of that stuff along the way. Lone Wolf, thank you for the ice cream, man. I really appreciate that. Redirects are a great thing. It's true. This is the truth. It is very true, man. It's yeah, like a Rebrandly is great for that stuff. Yeah. So anyways, like I said, reach out to me on Twitter, reach out to me on whatever platform you feel like reaching out to me on. And, like I said, do it in the next few days or so if you're into it. And, we'll have the draft. I want everybody to be, you know, in. Like I said, pay. And then once you pay, I'll, you know, send me a link, message me to let me know you're going to pay. And then say, you know, show me that you did. And then I will, and then I'll send you the link to join. Shiba Inu, thank you for the lemon. Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you, Lone Wolf. I'm glad you're in. Awesome. Jerry or Bobby? I mean, I'm a Jerry guy, man. I mean, honestly, if it's a question, I really love Brent. Brent was the jam. He was. I mean, his voice really carried the Dead through the '80s, man. It was so great, so great. I miss him a bunch. But yeah, heck yeah, this is I'm really excited to have y'all coming out and checking out the stream. If y'all haven't hit follow, like, all that, subscribe, whatever, click all that fun stuff for me. And then um, and then we can definitely have some fun this year. Like I said, we'll do like a weekly stream where I'll jump on. We'll talk a little football. We'll talk a little bit about Hex Price. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in that stuff too, because like that interests me. I mean, I don't know. We could talk a little bit about whatever interests us all. I mean, mostly I guess me because I'm running the stream, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So, okay. Anyone know Oh, maybe like 3 people get that. Yeah. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. I was talking some Grateful Dead stuff. I mean, I don't know if the bandana gives it away or what does, but yeah, I grew up doing like Dead tour from like I'm young, but like my mom had me when I was pretty young, and I grew up doing Grateful Dead tour from like 0 till I was about 10 years old or so, and when Jerry died. So I have quite a bunch of experience around with that. I've worked music after that in my own time. I've worked music festivals and stuff, so I'm glad to talk about music and festivals and all sorts of that fun stuff, which of course there isn't very much of right now, but I'd love there to be more of. Hector Protector, thanks for the lemon. 78 days, yes. Mama Rock, thank you for the ice cream. Casserolette, thank you for the ice cream. Hector Protector, thank you for the ice cream. Thank you so much. Mama Rock, thank you for the lemon. Hector Protector, thanks for the lemon. Mama Rock for the ice cream and another lemon. Oh my gosh, you guys are killer. I really appreciate this. This is a awesome time. My first raid from the Hexologist crew, and like I said, I'm usually y'all know I'm on there watching every night. I got nothing but time and love for the Hex crew. So I appreciate everybody coming out to this stream. I appreciate everyone hanging. I know that I probably talk fast. I feel like I should probably slow down with my talking because I got everything most of what I wanted to say out in about 10 minutes flat. And I was kind of expecting to be on here for, 15 or 20 or a little bit longer, But, I mean, it's all good. Like I said, Into the Fire. What's going on, man? Thanks for the lemon. Appreciate that. Awesome. It's good to see you. Good to see you here. Good to have you aboard. Yeah, like I said, I'll definitely be doing this. We'll do a little football thing like this weekly. We could talk, like I said, we could talk about all the crazy madness that's going on in crypto. I think that I provide a pretty unique experience or a perspective on things. I'd gladly talk about all the other fun stuff in crypto that I know about too. I've done a lot of crypto mining too. I started in crypto. About 2016 mining. Awesome. Thanks for the lemon. Shiba Inu, thanks for the lemon, Mama Rock. Yeah, Mama Rock calling out the Hexicans. Listen, I'm just glad that people are here hanging out. That's awesome. I really feel super loved for having everybody aboard, chilling and enjoying themselves. Are there any ways that Hex could blow apart fail? I mean, if it's just like Richard says, if people stopped buying Hex for some reason and only sold it, then the price would go down. I mean, that's say it again. Tell me about your graph in the back. So my graph in the back here, this is just currently Hex price. Would you like to just say this is my very rudimentary TA that I'm doing here. I mean, it's just me messing around with my free time. So this is definitely not financial advice or anything, but here's just when it started bouncing around here, I drew this little descending triangle thing here, and we did break out of it, but then when we came back and retested it, looks like we haven't really. We're just kind of cruising sideways now, slightly higher plane. I'm looking at this red line right here as like if we're looking for higher lows along the way, this would be the next spot that, like, if we don't see a higher low here, then we might go back down a little bit. Richie Rich Crypto, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you, brother. Mama Rock, thanks for the lemon. Randy, thanks for the lemon. Terry B. Hex, you paid 5,000 cash for S9 back in the day. I know your feelings, man, bro. I've paid for miners that have already been mined on them, man. I've paid for ones that were dead on arrival. Like I bought into some of the Obelisk mining ones back in the day. That they did Siacoin and stuff like that, and they did a Decred one and got one of those, and that thing was dead before it even came to Bitmain. Took advantage of that situation. I mean, when you telegraph your moves that far out in advance, the Asian companies like Bitmain for sure took advantage of that and crushed it. I mean, they put the Decred miners out of business. So like, yeah, I mean, I've had some S9s that a couple of them towards the end of that run that are never gonna probably pay for themselves. you know. Is there? So let's see. Lone Wolf, thanks again for the ice cream. Say it again. Tell me about your grant. Crypto price go up and go down. Yep, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. Hex buy low, sell high. When earning interest, it multiplies. Yeah, that's something that's pretty awesome. I mean, like that's. I was just explaining to somebody today that was asking me about staking and when their stakes come up, and I was explaining to him that like one of the unique things about the way the share rate works, all your early stakes that you make, you know, if you make a year stake from now, you'll have the unique ability to be able to stake much long. You could, let's say you have a, you know, you won't get the same share rate if you were to restake your coins at the same length of time. You know, if you restaked for another year, you know, and you had a year previously, you're going to get the same, if not worse of a share rate, you know, than you got before. And that makes sense. But if you stake longer, then you could actually technically pull off some interest of some of that profit and sell that, you know, and still get the same amount of share rate than you had before. Now, I mean, you can't do that with 15-year stakes once we get their 10 and above stakes because of the way that the I think it's 15-year stakes because of the, you know, way that it works, that you would be you can't stake longer than that. So like, you know, it's all about staking longer to get more shares. And if you haven't staked long enough, when you unstake, you could stake longer to get more. So that's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome feature of Hex, that like you can technically sell some gains and still restake with the same share, you know, not rate, but the same share amount percentage wise. That's possible. Pretty awesome. So yeah, again, gladly talk about anything that people are willing to talk about, crypto mining, all that fun stuff. We were talking about it for a little bit. Yes, many times the Hotel California is a good way to describe staking. Now, it's somewhat true in the sense that like if everyone did buy into that and only skimmed off those tops of those profits, I mean, then yeah, the price would like balloon out of control. You'd think that this YFI is a big is a pretty crazy price increase. I mean, like they're doing the same thing. They're just artificially decreasing the supply out the gate, you know. So yeah, I think that we could have very, very high price appreciation after this inflationary period ends. Yeah, we had the bounce of the 7,000 Gwei, so really hope this level holds. Yeah, I agree, Ermif. I really hope it does too. I mean, I think that it's a deal right now. I mean, it's just like, you gotta, like, I understand that. I mean, I've been paying pretty close attention to a lot of other stuff in crypto right now and the DeFi craze, and there's a lot of it, you know. I mean, like, even I am somebody who's very heavily invested in Hex and happy with it, and regularly excited about the fact that I can see this landscape, this DeFi landscape, from a much calmer, easier, you know, space. I see people on Twitter, on the internet, being like, help, how do I use Uniswap? Well, we've been using Uniswap calmly and comfortably for now 8 months, you know, and that's awesome. I mean, that we have a direct advantage over most of the rest of the crypto, you know, ecosystem right now. I mean, we were using these things before anybody else was, which, I mean, is awesome. Like I said, it really, I mean, it's good for all of us to be able to see and watch this, like the build up and what happens with this next market cycle, because and do it from a place of comfort, you know, because I don't think if I had Hex in my portfolio like as early as I did and how I did, that I would feel as comfortable with what's coming right now and how it's coming, because it's really being shotgun blast at us. I mean, like if you want, there's no shortage of projects and no shortage of really, really goofy stuff to play with. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show you one right now, and I only show this it's because like they're like just straight up stealing the stuff that like Hex has created. I mean, whether or not it's like Binance, who's like now running ads in the UK on buses and on bus stops and stuff, or whether it's Ripple now running coins ads out there. I mean, like, it shows that like the rest of the industry has been watching us and has been taking note of what we're doing and is trying to incorporate that stuff with their own projects. I mean, like I wouldn't invest. This is not financial advice, but like there's projects that are that are like literally that look as scammy as they can be, you know. And here's one of them. They're like, look at their tagline, like A coin designed to only go up. Huh. It's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird tagline to see in a coin. I mean, again, I'm not telling anyone to go for that whatsoever. But just saying. I think the newbie to the whole crypto on ramping is pretty terrified with the process. It's true. Everybody that's so true, Real Spike. Like everybody that I know that is like into crypto or that like is interested in this whatsoever is not comfortable with it. Thinks that like most of like what like yeah, there you go. Yeah, fix most of this stuff is like terrifying, like that's why that, like as much as we really love this DeFi craze and like we're a part, like we're really the ones setting it off. We love the idea of DeFi. There's no third party. That's why we're here. There's a lot of people that will like the idea of the CeFi, the centralized finance, the Celsiuses and the things that are out there that like have value for people who are afraid. They're afraid. And like I can understand them, man. I just read an article. So there's an article that I recommend y'all take a look at that talks about a gentleman who God, I wish I had it loaded up here. He's talking about how the dangers and the dark side of the memory pool in Ethereum. And there was a large amount of money from a project that they thought was locked up in a contract, and he realized that there was a public function that he could run and pull the liquidity that was stuck in there out. It was about $12,000 worth of liquidity that was still in there that nobody else realized was still available to run. Now, the problem with that is that he required the article describes him pulling together members from different companies that he knew of to write a smart contract to obfuscate the transaction of what he was trying to do because it was a public function. And see, on Ethereum, if you do a large transaction on Ethereum and your transaction is sitting in the mempool, well, there's bots. They're trading bots, first of all, that go through the memory pool and look for you to look for you to be doing large transactions on Uniswap and other decentralized exchanges. And if they see an arbitrage possibility in your maneuver before your transaction gets included in the block, they will front run you, and then they'll jack up the price of their gas transaction, and they will front run your transaction, be in the block first, and then your stuff you'll notice will get denied, and it's because the price moved against you while they were doing that transaction. Now that bot is not just active in bot land and trading land, but those bots, there's general crypto bots, the Ethereum bots that just scan the mempool for any transaction that's a public transaction. And those transactions that they find, they will if it's a public transaction that would net them money, they'll in the time between your transaction getting accepted, that memblock time, they will remove your transaction information, put their private key or their public key information, and get themselves paid out and run that same thing with an increased gas fee. So these gentlemen knew that would happen if they tried to run this public burn function to get that money out. And so they spent 12 hours with a team of people drumming up a smart contract to obfuscate the transactions and make them look like other transactions. And they still did it wrong. And the money still got taken from a bot. So like they literally, I mean, it took a team of people. If you're trying to do something that's outside the realm of what MetaMask can do, if you don't know what you're doing with Ethereum, you need to call somebody. You need to hire somebody. You're not skilled. Like I'm not skilled enough to do it myself. Even this dude who's like, he's an evangelist for smart contracts, but he's like, I don't write them. I had to call people to help me write them. I knew I needed them, and they still did it wrong. So what else we got up here? When is a referral bonus given? November 19th. Yeah, that's true. You have to, no. Referral bonus given. If you get a referral bonus, you get it right away. You get your, now your November, the big payday you get given out on November 19th, but the referral bonus you get, as soon as somebody uses, pulls out their coins from the adoption amplifier, you would get your referral bonus. Thanks CVT Albertine, Alperian for following. Thank you. Open the box. I could open the box. You want me to open the chest? Is that what we're talking about? I could do that. The rest of the crypto world is just trying to catch up to Hex. Yeah, that's right, Kazra. They're really, I mean, like you see it, Moon Juice. What the fuck? Oh, seriously, dude. I mean, if it's not yams or Moon Juice or sushi or what the hell ever, you know, that there's a million of these out there right now. That I mean, like, and there's not to say that there's not money to be made. I'm sure that there is, you know, but like it's not comfortable money. You know, it's not trustless interest, chilling, you know, just enjoying it for real, and like a project that like has a long time horizon. Like I'm not sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very interested in some of these projects, but like for instance, the sushi project is interesting to me, but like its basis is really stealing a a customer base away from somebody. That's like what they're doing. Oh yeah, I do need mods, Hector the Protector. I'll start. I'll jump on and mod some folks. That's not a bad idea. Sorry. Thought I had me up here. Guess not. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, yes. What else can I? Where else? Well, let's go keep moving through these comments. Oh, I'm sorry if there's an echo for a second. All right. Welcome to technology. This is the truth, man. Technology is, you know, like I really am over the whole like move fast and break things idea. You know, like that is not cool when you're dealing with lots of people's money. Yeah, the banks have been doing this forever. Yes, banks have been doing fractional reserve stuff. It's a giant shell game in crypto right now. You know, that's the fear about that I have with a lot of these coins. Is it's like, you know, they're all gonna pump now, but when somebody's left holding the bag, you know, there's gonna be a lot of losers. We need a mod to act the CVT character. Sorry. I'll get a mod up in here. Sorry, y'all. Kaz, I'm setting you as a moderator. Real Spike, I'm setting you as a moderator. Richie, I'm setting you as a moderator too. If y'all see anybody in here, feel free to dump them. So yeah, anywho, where was I at? Right, I'm wrong. I'm back. James Hunto followed. Thanks, James Hunto. Do not let them tell you to open the chest. No, do not let them to tell you to open the chest. Okay, I won't. Thanks, Mama Rock. Do that at my own pace. Lemon lurkers buzz out. Ah, I see. Ah, it's gambling. Yeah, Hex is the greatest, best cryptocurrency on there. I agree, Donald Pump. I like that. Mama Rock, lemon lurkers. Yeah, that is awesome. I like that. I love gambling. Don't do it, but I don't do recommend it or encourage it. No, I don't either. I mean, like, again, if the problem with it is that, like, in gambling in general, is that, like, you know, it's the same thing that you hear crypto traders use as like some sort of what's the word for it, like fallback crutch. They say that, like, oh, position sizing and knowing how to, you know, be careful about it. Well, like, and again, they're totally right on that. Like, I mean, if you know that you're going to go out and spend $100 at the casino and that's not going to hurt you, and you're not paying your rent or your food or your anything like that, then that's one thing. You know, that's not. It's like a sandboxed version of it. But the problem is that leads most often, because of the way that it's marketed to people and the ease of convincing people to waste all of their money with like hopes and dreams is so apparent that, like, I mean, I just can't ever promote that kind of stuff to people either. Yes, Crypto Vince. Yes, what's going on, brother? I'll help you. I'll set you up as a mod too, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. You're always killing it, dude. Killing it. You're set. So yeah, what else we got? So much of crypto is gambling. Just stick with Hex. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, like, you know, it's like I said, it's just in general, the idea that I can sit around and like gain trustless interest and really understand what's happening in the system, you know, in a way that I know that, like, there's not going to, I can look and see what these coins are locked up for long periods of time and we'll pay for it. None of these other games right now, these sushis or any of that stuff, again, it's all just a hot potato game right now. I mean, there's some promises made, they're going to do some amazing things, you know, maybe, possibly, you know, but you're going to have to, and like, unless you have the money, like, the thing about most of these things is unless you are a venture capitalist and understand understand what it means to be a venture capitalist, which like go on Bank to the Future right now. If you go on Bank to the Future's site, which is like the venture capitalist for crypto kind of people thing, you have to be a registered investor to get on it and stuff. They warn you right up there, and they give you a test to make sure that you're a competent venture capitalist. And the questions that they ask you on there are, how many projects do you expect, on average, how many projects do you invest in that you expect to fail as a venture capitalist? And the answer is 9 out of 10. So if you can't invest your money and spread your money around to 9 out of 10 losing projects, then do not invest that money in that stuff. Like that's you're and when I may say that stuff, I mean these promises. It's like you don't know you don't have the ability to know who's going to actually make good on those promises. And again, unless you're willing to let 90%, like you got a venture capitalist fund and you're okay with 90% of it disappearing before you find the one hit, then yeah, okay, fine, sure. But like you got to go into it knowing that, for sure. I mean, that's. Who wants to see a big striker? I like it. Vance Malone, thanks for the lemon. Randy Hilarski, thanks for the melon. The lemon. Hector Protector, thanks for the lemon. Traders use the same language as poker players. Yep, that's true. I mean, I like a lot of that language too. Like there's a lot of great sayings that I love. I have a buddy who plays a lot of poker who's like, if you look around the table and you can't find who the donk is at the table, then you're the donk, like that's poker. That's real life. Like if you don't realize who's getting fucked in the situation, then like there's a high likelihood that is you, so be careful. Like always look around to see where the short stick is and who is the biggest chance of grabbing it first. I've been told that if you can't afford to lose what you invest, you should. If you can't afford, you shouldn't do it. Yep, that's right. Anita Torres, that's if you can't afford to lose, then don't invest. Like if you need to eat with that money, then like there's a chance that you're not going to be able to get to that money when you need it. And that's scary. Especially if you're living off of that. Mama Rock, thanks for the ice cream. Crypto Vince, thanks for the ice cream. Y'all are awesome. Trading runs on very similar neural pathways as blow. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, and I'm sure that there's people that can, that can, your Jack Cassidy, your crazy cats out there that can like tap into that and like, harness it, but the vast majority of people cannot and will do very poorly, when left to their own devices in that regard, I mean, that's even with all of like, that's when I've read, like in my like trading time, I've read all the books about it, and like you realize that like a lot of it is finding some sort of Zen place where you don't really care, you don't feel the heat of your decisions, and that's a very difficult thing to find, especially when you're dealing with money that's gonna make or break you. If it goes up or down, that's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Yeah. So I think this started out as a stream about fantasy football. It became a hex stream, which I like. I think that like ideally everything will filter back into that. But yeah. So long and short of the fantasy thing. People can join. Send me a message to join up. We've got plenty of spots left. Like I said, I mean, ideally, if we get 18 people in the league, like that's about as full as I'd like it in the first league. Then it's like 90,000 hex staked through to the end, and if we get a 2x, 2.5, or 1 or 2x from big payday from that, then you're talking, maybe close to 250,000 hex or so, that we'd be giving out, and like half of that for the first place, 50% at least for the first place is over 100,000 hex probably for whoever wins. Not bad out of a 5,000 hex buy-in. So I think it's fun. I think it's fair. I think it's a cool idea for everybody. Trading industry is constantly onboarding and recruiting new meat. I think average wannabe gets stripped of circa $10,000 and then splits. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, like, it's just the meat, like, and I saw this, like, it's so funny because right before the DeFi thing started really blowing up, like a month or two ago, I saw some folks on Twitter that were like typical margin leverage trading shill people, and they're funny. Their accounts are relatively amusing, but their basics is filter this, click this link, and get yourself wrecked. And they were lamenting, openly on Twitter about like, oh, geez, nobody's clicked my ref link in so long. I remember back in the days when I just was I just was constantly getting my, tons of clicks on that, and like the income was incredible, but the truth is that was their income was based on people's losses mostly, so yeah, I mean, I'm not, this Richie Rich. I understand I'm sucking at sports, and that's why I'm like I'm not a great, like I was a really good hockey player. I played a lot of hockey, but like I wasn't good at anything. Like I could skate really good, but like for some reason I couldn't do very much else really good, you know. But I played a lot of hockey. I've dug that. But the funny thing about fantasy is I've seen people win with entirely auto drafted team. I mean, sometimes you are your own worst enemy, and you don't even realize that you're picking some real duds. You know, yeah, money. But that's the way. I mean, that's the better thing to know is money is way better to know overall than sports. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun. I mean, like I think that it's. I'm not so driven that like I can't have like you got to have things to like uh that are kind of, I wouldn't say pointless wastes of time, but are team building or fun for the sake of blowing off stuff. Yeah, and this is a great bet. Exactly, that's the thing. It's like I mean it's definitely a fun little game that we can play, and it's like I said, I mean plenty of people win at fantasy. It's a lot different. Fantasy football is a lot different than like your DraftKings stuff, just because of the length of time that you get to play. I'm the kind of person in my life that like if I'm buying a scratch off, which I'm not, but like when I if I was for a fun thing in my days that I had, I would buy like a bingo one or a crossword one or something that like was going to take me 10 minutes to play around with or 20 minutes to sit there and scratch it all off and whatever, because like I mean that's really the fun of it, like I'm not expecting to win any money, so like the money winning is like the awesome cream on the top, and that's what's great about fantasy is that like you're not feeding the monkey, it's we're going to keep ourselves entertained with $16 worth of entertainment for the next 16 weeks of football, which is great. um um yeah. Okay, my 5K hex is ready. Awesome, BMA. I love it. Kind of crazy year for sports. Drafting will be tough. Yes, that's true. I mean, like it's wild. It's just like baseball too. Like it's the first year that a team could go to the playoffs. Somebody could bat 400 this year. In baseball. That's crazy. Like there's oh yeah, Richie Rich. If you want for the hex address, if you DM me on Twitter or Telegram or anything, I will send anybody that wants it the hex address, and just let me know you're paying me and send me like a confirmation or say hey that that was me when you did it, and then that way I can send you the link to join the league. We'll do the draft again next Sunday, same time, like 8:30 Eastern time here. Yeah, so I feel like that'll be a good little thing. I stopped watching sports a long time ago, but I'm down. Yeah, I feel you, Randy. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. It's a weird. I had some friends call me to say like, oh man, baseball, this, that, and then like I'm like, it's a weird year. I'm not really into watching too much of any of that stuff. And I like honestly because of Hex and because of everything that we've been doing. I've been relatively uninterested in like time wasty stuff or entertainment value stuff. I know that we'll have time for that, but again, it doesn't. So some part of me does agree that like the pandemic has made things a little strange for that. But yeah, I'll send it over to your Twitter, Richie Rich, when I'm done with the stream. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Yeah. It's like I said, I got nothing else. I've been on for about a half hour, 40 minutes or so. I feel like that should be good. I feel like I'm gonna try and do like this kind of thing where either Sunday night, maybe we'll do like Sunday night football watching thing where I'll just jump on here for like a half hour and we'll shoot the shit about the latest week, who won, who lost, who's doing good, what trade moves people made that were silly, and then from there, yeah, we'll probably bust into Hex Talk too, because like I mean we all like that, we all like to talk about what's going on in that zone. But yeah, I feel like that's all I got right now. If anybody else has any other questions, if you probably won't have time. I understand, man. I understand. Like I said, I mean, I have to go back to work tomorrow. Bummer. I mean, if you like work, it depends. It's like I was reading something that was saying that something like only 17% of people actually like their jobs, and like the vast majority of people like don't like the vast majority of people, something like 60% of people are like kind of like indifferent, like it's my job, So like I understand if it's like I really love my work. I really love what I'm doing now in my time, and like I mean, and I hope that everyone else finds joy in it, But if you're not, like, there's so many ways to find a little. And like the only reason I found what I'm doing now is because it was a side hustle that like became my main hustle, Um, Richie Rich, I'll have to get with you sometime, dude. I would love that, dog. I would love to do a stream with you, man. That would be great. I liked y'all's podcast that you've been doing. I like all your stuff, man. I'm again motivated. I seeing all us Hexicans doing great stuff with our lives and like building shit makes me super motivated too. Like I don't want to be left behind by everybody else kicking ass and taking names. So like I'm more motivated now than I have been in since probably 2017. Since when I like 2016, 17, I was so motivated building mining rigs and building out a mining facility, and like I mean we went really hard in the paint, and it was awesome. I was so motivated throughout all that. And like I said, it's one of those things where the more we're around each other, the more you're around. When I find yourself around, people who are doers, you just naturally want to do too. You start thinking about that stuff. How can I do more cool stuff? Oh, that's a great idea. How can I make that better? Anita Torres 360. What is the best way to learn about crypto? That is, honestly, I'd say that like, there's some you could probably watch some classes and videos on it. Really, like the first places that I would go is like Andreas Antonopoulos' book about Bitcoin and really I'd start with just mastering Ethereum, because like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bitcoin's is great, but like I'm personally, or was great, but I'm personally like, you can like the systems are different, and what everything where everything has been happening now, and where I really believe is that Ethereum is going to probably flip, has a good chance at flipping Bitcoin at some point in time. So like I would read Mastering Bitcoin. I would, there's Mastering Ethereum. Those are great books. I'd also, if you want to watch like courses and stuff like that, there's some courses online you can get. But like really, like how I got into it, pardon me. I started mining crypto off of my gaming rig, just my graphics card, and I read through the Bitcoin Talk forums like backwards and forwards. I mean, like I must have read like years worth of information on bitcointalk.org. I mean like I felt like after I got done with reading some of the threads, like just the Ethereum thread alone, there's so many interesting threads like that like you really get to paint the whole picture of what happened before you came. And I mean, it's some of it's daunting, don't get me wrong. Now this is for somebody who has like some sort of obsessive compulsive nature of like wanting to know things really well, and like when I'm into it, like I'll be when I was mining like that, I would be up till 3-4 in the morning every night, like just tinkering with stuff, getting rigs fixed up, all that kind of stuff. So like I mean, I understand that's might be a little much for anybody who's like just wants to get into it. And in that regard, really honestly, it sounds super cheesy, but like I'm gonna put my Coinbase link down here eventually, because like the Coinbase education thing, it's not terrible. You can get on there, you can learn about cryptos, you can mess around with a Coinbase account, you can get some safely, relatively, and like you can like start to learn about what's out there. It's not the worst, tool around. I mean, at least it gives you some information about the top 10 coins that are out there pretty decently, and you can make some crypto for free for going through some of those videos. I mean, I've done it before, made some bad or some whatever for clicking through their videos and learning about what they do. But the best way, honestly, is to like use it, is to like, once you get a chance to buy some on Coinbase or on crypto.com or one of these, platforms. I mean, you can get it right through MetaMask too, like Ethereum right on MetaMask. I recommend downloading MetaMask, metamask.io, going to their site, downloading it for your browser, and like playing around with a little bit of crypto, going on and reading about how Ethereum works, and just sending it to somebody, that alone, when you like can understand what a transaction is, what a private key, what a public key is, it'll make you feel more comfortable with what you're doing, and you won't just feel like you're doing stuff because you're chasing some gains, yeah. And this, what you're doing, yeah, it's perfect, exactly. Geek out, learn about it, ask people questions. I mean, like, like thankfully the Hex community is super open and easy to like, get information from. Not every community is like that, but like, I mean, for the most part, people want you to buy their stuff and they want you to like learn more. So like, you're gonna get your help if you're asked, and crypto is strange because like, I mean, while there's a lot of people that are super negative, there's also a lot of like white hat people that are like cracking things and breaking things and then giving the money back and should be like, hey, here's how it was broken, like that's cool. I think that that's nice to see. I do think that, like audits and stuff like that, is the fact that that's become more pronounced is awesome too. I think that that's like, another great piece of resource that anybody's, like disposal. If you start researching a coin, like one of the first things you want to ask yourself is like, is this been audited by somebody? Has anybody looked over this code, or is this just something that somebody created and throw out there and is trying to get you to buy? Because audits come from auditing companies, and they don't want to put their name on things that are going to be, are going to make them look bad. If it breaks, they want to be sure that they showed you why it broke beforehand. Let's scroll down here a little bit. Nice, preach this. I appreciate your efforts in Hex. Learned a lot from all of you. Yeah, glad to like help out, Real Spike. Same, so important. I always preach this. Yep, it's truth. What you're doing, hang out. Yep. Make me. Mastering ETH is great. Yep. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Yeah, Vince, Bitcoin does have the name recognition. It's got the name and the volume, and the liquidity. Like you can't sell $100 million worth of many other coins without like destroying the market. I mean, Bitcoin would still mess it up too, but it can handle that a lot better. I'm going to sleep. Chest, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty much done with the stream. This is 45 minutes. This has been perfect. So yeah, eToro kind of sucks as an investment platform, but they do have a good practice and trading site when you get. Where you get 10,000 to practice with. Yeah, that's a great thing. I mean, I remember being in an economics class in like high school, and like you set up a mock trading platform, and like you spent like $100,000 and followed it for the semester, and that was pretty cool. That's definitely what I recommend for most people is like, track like if you see something you're into, watch it for a while, pretend like you would have bought some, and then see what happens, and then like research more, and then research more, because like these coins aren't going anywhere. I get that like everything feels like I mean, when you see a coin like YFI go from $8 to 33,000 or something in less than a month, I mean, you think that you're missing, like that article, there's like a news article, like a meme news article that's like everyone's getting hilariously rich and you're not, you think that, but that's not the case. I mean, and there's also all sorts of opportunities. Like the market always will show you an opportunity like over and over again at the right time. If you force your hand and try and find it, then like you'll make bad decisions, and you really want to be confident about whatever you get into before you pull that trigger. All right, let's do this chest. Let me release. Distribute the rewards. Let me put some in here. I can add up to, let me do like 500 now. Yeah, dog. Let me get a fat chest. All right, distributing the rewards. Thanks everybody again for coming out tonight. I appreciate y'all checking out my little stream here. We'll do some fun fantasy stuff. I'll show some, maybe like I said, if we do Sunday night stream, I'll show some we'll do some clips from the day or whatever of funny stuff that's been going on in football or whatever. I might have some other, we've got some other hexers that really gave me the idea to do Wallosaurus Hex. If you're out there, props to you, brother, for giving me the idea to live stream this. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited as ever to get this all done. Awesome. There we go. Chests out. Shiba Inu 13. You got 195. Kaz Roulette 112. Hermif 81. Anita Torres 65. See, look at that. Anita, you got some crypto now. A bit Hex 54. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging and chilling. I think, like I said, yeah. Thanks for the thing. Thanks. Appreciate you saying it's a great stream. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, we'll definitely be doing this next Sunday, 8:30 p.m. right after Hexologist. I'll ask him to toss it my way again or give us a shout out again. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. Keep hexing on and y'all have a great one. If you, I'll like I said, we'll do this again. We'll do this again real soon. I might jump on sooner, just to shoot the shit. Um, maybe do like a little 420 stream or something like that. Speaking of which, I might do a quick puff before we take off. I got some apple rock candy it's really got my goad lately, and I've really been enjoying. Um, but yeah, so anyways, don't keep hexing on. Don't get caught up farming yams or any other garbage. I mean, if you want to, whatever, do your thing. I mean, none of this is financial advice. But yeah, I'm just glad to spend the time with y'all and enjoy a little moment after Hexologist. His stuff's awesome, and he's another one that, like, without him I wouldn't be as into doing what I'm doing here right now. So yep, this is me signing off. Y'all have a great night and a great week, and enjoy those lemons. The BMA abides. That's right, brother. You got it. Have a great night.